Hello guys, welcome to another episode of my Excel tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple VLookup in Microsoft Excel. So let's start up. This is my Excel file. So let's go into it. Most of the guys identified that VLookup is really difficult, but this is a simple. If you understand the basics, VLookup is a simple mechanism that is provided by Microsoft Excel to ease up your work. So by this simple example, I will explain you what is the basic use of VLOOKUPs, and in my next two tutorials I will advance the usage of VLOOKUPs in Excel. So as the first steps today I will show you how you can create a simple VLOOKUP using MS Excel. So here in this first sheet, salary earned, I have two columns, employee name and monthly salary. In this sheet I have recorded 20 employees and their respective salaries they earned. So using VLOOKUP, I am going to extract a summary to this summary sheet. Basically what is VLOOKUP means, if you need to find something from a large amount of data, let's assume that the amount of data you have, the rows is 1000 or 2000 or 3000. That kind of such a huge data is available for you. So using the VLOOKUP function, VLOOKUP means simply vertical lookup. Using this vertical lookup function, you can extract what the data you need based on a simple characteristics. For this instant, I am going to extract the monthly salary of these 7 employees using their employee name. So the employee name and the target employee name should be equal in order you to apply this VLOOKUP function. So in here salary earned sheet, you can see that they have respective salaries in the monthly salary column. Now let's assume that you want to extract the salary of these 7 employees into this monthly salary column B. So what you can do is you can use VLOOKUP function here. So simply click on this FX button, formula button, and need to select the function. So there are several functions listed out in the window. What you have to choose is VLOOKUP. So assume that this VLOOKUP function is not available at the top in this select function menu. So what you have to do in order to search is just type here VLOOKUP and go. Click on go. So it will pop up the VLOOKUP function. You have to select OK, and here you have to identify what are those variables and what these denotes. So here it mentions as lookup value. So what you mean by lookup value? Let's see. Now lookup value is that the common column, actually it's kind of a common column that available in both sheets. For example, now here we need to extract the employee monthly salary based on these employee names. So here the employee name will be the lookup value. So the system will look up for this monthly salary based on this employee name in this sheet 1, right? You got it, right? So this is not necessary. This here it is popped up here because I clicked on the salary earned sheet, so delete that one. So again let's go to summary sheets. Now this is, so when this window is open, let me explain why this kind of sheet names are popping up at lookup value field. When this function argument window is open, and if you click on any place here, the function will pick the cursor. So these are not correct, so delete them, right? I think you got that one. So lookup to lookup value in this summary table is employee name. So that means you have to select monthly salary based on this employee name. So you have to look up the monthly salary in the salary earned sheet based on this employee name. So you have to provide this lookup value here. So in order to provide this lookup value, what you have to do is click on this field lookup value and take the cursor and click on this employee name column first record. That means A2 cell, you have to click on the A2 cell. That means employee name first record. Don't click on employee name, ignore the column headers, right? Ignore the column headers you have provided, that means employee name and monthly salary. You just need to pick the first meaningful data row, that means A1, the first employee name. So click on this, so the system will automatically fill this lookup value table field. And what is this table array means? Table array means here where you going to look for those monthly salary based on this employee name. So in our scenario, we are going to extract this monthly salary from salary earned. So the table array will be all the employees having the monthly salary. So you have to select the entire data set. I want to explain now. Let's assume when selecting the table array, you the lookup value should be the first column that you're going to select. So that means now let's assume here there are several columns A, B, C and D. So if now assume that the employee name is in the column B and monthly salary is in column C, and here in column A there might be employee number. So you have to then select from column B because your lookup value is employee name, and you have to pick that lookup value column first and drag on this. Let me explain by closing this, so this may be easier. Now let's assume I have entered another column here as employee ID, right? Okay, so it may be 1, 2, let's fill this up using right. So here the employee number is now our first column. So when we look up this, so lookup value will be employee name and the table array. Now you need to select the employee name as the first column in this when selecting the table array. If you are going to select the first column, then it will not give the desired outcome because the first column is employee ID and this one is not matched with the lookup value, and it will pop up wrong. That means it will pop up errors. So the table in the table array, your first column in the table array should match with this lookup value column. So here it's employee name. We are going to select the monthly salary based on the employee name. So click on A1 data and drag it until D5 employee salary. So now here we have select the table array. So here you can see that they are giving the data against the employee name. That means the monthly salary against the employee name. So after doing this, what you have to do is you have to provide the column index number. That means the target column you need to extract data. That means the monthly salary column inside this table array. How you can count that is, once you select this as your table array, this will automatically becomes column number 1, data number 1, and monthly salary will be column index number 2. So what you have to provide here is column index as 2. Then it will provide you, this is again the thing that I have mentioned earlier. So when you set this column index number as 2. Here you can see the output as 1500. That means the A1 employee's monthly salary in the column 2, column index number 2 in this table array is 1500. Simple as that. And in the range lookup, you have to provide if any false data occurred, what you have to provide. So that means it is 1 or 0. 1 means true. Here you can identify it. 1 means true. If there is any false data found, you please indicate by mentioning this. You can indicate it as 0. This is simply a VLookup option, and this is what the VLookup means. So if you get okay here, 1500 is given as the employee one's salary, and if we drag this one down the line, down the column, all the monthly salary related to these employees are extracted. So this is what a simple VLookup looks like. So if you have any question, please comment in the below section, so I will provide each and every one with the answer for your questions. And in my next tutorials I will be explaining how VLOOKUPs can be used in advanced Excel functions. So stay tuned up with my channel. Please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please comment. I will answer everyone individually. So thank you very much for your time. Have a good day. Thank you.